What's up, guys? This is Omega here with my very first episode of my Mass Effect 3 class guide. Today, in my very first episode, I'll be showing the Turian Ghost Infiltrator, my personal favorites, because for an infiltrator and he uses assault rifles, he's probably one of the best classes out there. So, what I'm gonna be doing in this series is showing you all the skills that each class has and explaining what they can do and how you can use them to your advantage. So going into it right now, we have the first skill that all infiltrators get, which is Tactical Cloak. And for the Turian Ghost Infiltrator, his is a little bit different since he is an assault rifle class. So I expect it to increase damage, decrease recharge speed, or increase recharge speed, yes. And then after I uncloak, I do 20% damage for 10 seconds. So what you're going to be doing with this is using it with your gun. So as soon as you go into Tactical Cloak, to shoot your gun and make sure you have a fully loaded magazine, so you can get that damage, so you're not wasting your time. And the next skill we're going into is Stimulant Pack, which is pretty much a life-saving skill that all the new Turians get that increases your shields. Now I expect this one to increase my damage, then increase duration of it. You can increase how much you have, but you can just increase your capacity by equipment. Sorry about that. And then the next one I use is to increase my weapon damage, because you really don't need melee damage. And the next skill is Overload. Now I didn't max it all the way. I just use it as a simple stun move. So all 3 points into right here, and then this last one into chain overload, so I could hit more than one enemy. And now the next two passives, I know this is down to personal preferences, but this is how I spec it. I spec into these three, which you're supposed to do. Then spec into weapon damage, weapon stability, then headshot, then weapon damage, and more weapon stability. So you're getting 30% from this passive, you're getting 20%, and then you're getting 20%, so that's 50%, and then you get another damage bonus, which I think lasts for one shot. But that's still a lot of damage, and then you get 12.50% damage from this. So you're going to be dealing a lot of damage if you know how to use your class. And then fitness, just the basic, increasing my shields and barriers. Alright guys, now I'm going to talk about what weapon you guys should use with the class. Now, personally, I use the Cerberus Harrier. I wanted to try the particle rifle to see if it's good, because the Cerberus Harrier runs out of ammo kind of quick. And then the two mods I'll go with is increased round magazine and increased damage, since the gun is already accurate. But I think maybe it's a good idea to put an armor piercing mod on it too. And then for equipment, that's pretty much all down to you. I use warp rounds. Then I increase my grenade capacity. And then just anything else that could help me, armor, shields, or weapon bonuses, and ammo bonuses, whichever ones you guys have. Alright, now I'll see you guys into the gameplay of the Turian Ghost Infiltrator. And I'm back with the gameplay of the Turian Ghost Infiltrator. So since this is my first episode, I'll be explaining how you can use these skills to your advantage and what they do, and certain things that you benefit from all of them. So the first skill we'll be talking about is Tactical Cloak, which is a skill that all infiltrators get. Now what Tactical Cloak does is pretty much makes you invisible for a brief period amount of time, and also when you fire while you're in it, you gain a nice damage increase. In my case, I expect it to the point where I increase my damage, so I get 80% damage when I fire while I'm cloaked, and then I have the last point into where I increase my assault rifle damage by 20% when I'm for 10 seconds when I uncloak too. So I'm getting a lot of damage increase from that. So you're gonna be pretty much having Tactical Cloak on almost all the time, just like any other infiltrator class. You're gonna have it on all the time, and that's what you want, so you can get that nice damage increase. Now the next skill we'll be talking about is Stimulant Pack, which is pretty much your healing skill. Now what Stimulant Pack does is restores your shields, and you could put points into it to how much you want it to restore and how long you want it to last. Now in my case, I put the points into more duration and more damage, so I'm increasing more of my damage with Stimulant Pack and Tactical Cloak. So when you combine these two together, you're getting a lot of damage increase for 10 seconds. And that's exactly what you want. Just make sure when you have Stimulant Pack, if you're gonna go for the damage and the duration, you're probably not gonna have that much Stimulant Pack. So I think you start off with at least 2. So make sure you have a good gear equipment to where it increases your amount of grenades by a certain amount. In my case, I have the Warfighter, so I increase my assault rifle damage and I increase my amount of grenades by 2, so I have 4 stimulant packs. I could go higher than that, but I want that assault rifle damage. That's always nice. Now the next skill and the last skill that they have is Overload, which I didn't really use much in this video because I really didn't focus around it. Because when I'm an infiltrator, I mostly just use Tactical Cloak and Stimulant Pack almost all the time. But what Overload does is overloads the enemy shields, so it just pretty much gets rid of their shields just like that. Like a weaker enemy, if you had to go against Prime, it probably wouldn't. But like a Geth Rocket Trooper, yes, it would get rid of their shields quick. Now the thing is, it doesn't damage organics, but if you put the points into where it does, it could stun them, like incapacitate them as long as their shields are down. But in my case, I didn't. I focused on Tactical Cloak and Stimulant Pack. I just put Overload to where it just hits more than one enemy. I think it still stuns them. But remember this, don't use it on organics. It doesn't damage them, but it does damage synthetics like the Geth, like in this gameplay right now, even though I don't use it that much. Alright, and now to explain certain characteristics of the Turian Ghost Infiltrator. Now what he has for his combat move, where you're moving left or right, whatever button you press on whatever console, he has propulsion packs. So it's like pretty much jet packs where you could jet your way out of trouble pretty much, yeah. So you're gonna like when you're getting shot at, you're gonna pretty much use your propulsion packs to get out of that tight situation. Now his melee attack really isn't that useful since you're mostly using assault rifles, and his heavy melee isn't that useful either. You can use your heavy melee to get into the heat of battle, but that's not really a good idea since you're mostly going to be behind the whole time using your assault rifle. But that's why you have your stimulant packs to compensate for that, so you can heal yourself if you're up there and then run away quick while you're there. Now, I personally use the Cerberus Harrier because it has good damage. I know it's a reversion of the Mattock, but it's fully automatic. That's what I like. The only thing I didn't like about the Cerberus Harrier is the fact that its ammo count is low, and I run out of ammo so fast. I find myself going back to ammo dumps like almost every 20 seconds, which gets kind of annoying because you don't want to leave your team by themselves and then you're not doing anything. And by the time you're back, that's probably it. They're probably down already. Probably not, but probably yeah. Alright guys, this is my very first episode of my Mass Effect 3 class guide showing the Turian Ghost Infiltrator. Thank you for watching, and please let me know in the comments how I sounded, what I could work on. And alright, thanks. Thanks for watching.